All right, as the round 8 of season 1 is winding down, we got the final limited series. This one featuring Porsche 718 Cayman GT4 RS. It's a new car in the game, so for completing this 15 tier 45 race event, you will get to win the new Porsche 718 Cayman GT4 RS, which is worth 450 gold. And if you take advantage of the showcase discount, since it is just a road collection car, you can get it for 360, which is still more than what you would have to pay if you win it through this event. So I'll talk about the PR requirement and all that, but if you are impatient, then you can just look in the description of this video down below, and all the specs and the numbers are all listed there, so refer to that. But if you're sticking around for the rest of the video, well, here's the rest of the rewards. 5,250 victory points, so depending on how far along you are in the round, your rewards might vary. Well, it will vary. And there's 50 gold to be won and 200,000 racing dollars. Right, so as usual, 7-day event. For after you complete the first trophy, doesn't matter what color. After you win first trophy, it triggers a 3-hour instant service and instant upgrade offer on this car, so don't start upgrading right away. Complete an event first. Doesn't matter which one, just get one done. I generally like to use the longest one at the beginning, but yeah, the choice is up to you, but just get first one done, then put on upgrades, so you don't have to wait like 2.5 hours for tier 1 upgrades to complete, which is how long it takes for tier 1 upgrades on this car. So not terribly expensive car. Right. Anyway, 718 Cayman GT4 RS Limited Series earn a Porsche 718 Cayman GT4 RS by 100% completing this series, balanced to perfection and made to conquer the track. The Porsche 718 Cayman GT4 RS is an uncompromising driving machine. Sure. Is there one that is not in the game? At least to their claim, right? Anyway, here is the breakdown of the rewards, broken down into 25% completion increments. Just quickly, first 25% completion earns you 750 victory points, 5 gold, and 20,000 racing dollars. And that means you need to get up to completing tier 4, and that requires PR 50.8 in this event, which, by the way, incidentally, is 0.1 PR higher than what you can do with racing dollar upgrades only on this car. So unfortunately, there is no free gold to be had from this event. If you're putting upgrades on, especially gold upgrades, you gotta go all the way. PR requirement, by the way, for overall the full series is 59.5. So starting from the base PR of 46.2, that is 13.3 PR boost. And in order to get there, you need to get 3 upgrades across the board, as always. And that's gonna cost you some 250 gold and 1.2 million racing dollars and change. And of course, 50 gold you do get back from this series itself, so the net cost is just 200 gold, which still is cheaper than showcase discount price of 360, as I mentioned earlier. But not only that, once you win the car with the PR requirement met, then you have access to the a bonus series this car is featured in, which is called Modern Classics, that features Aston Martin Vantage 59 and the Cadillac, the Blackwing. How soon did we win that car? It was a fairly recent car, right? And this one, but in order to 100% meet the PR requirement, this is the only car that can pull that off. So you're gonna, one-on-one win this car. It's relatively affordable, I think. So highly recommended, right? And with the PR that you get out of this series, you should be able to 75% complete that bonus series, which means there's some 39 gold trophy to be won. 39 gold trophy, 39 gold coins to be won there. So that brings down the net cost to win this car down to 161 gold. See? Think about that. That sounds like a not such a bad deal, right? And on top of that, the victory points possibly will earn you even more gold, giving you even more discount on your, or brings down your net cost, So, yeah, let's say you get 25 gold because you are kind of didn't complete other events, but still, then, it brings your net cost down to closer to like 130, 141, something like 136. Yeah, that's in today's things cost. I think that's pretty affordable. Anyway, where were we? We're up to 50% completion, right? 50% earns you 1,000 victory points, 10 gold, and 40,000 racing dollars. And that requires 23 gold trophies, which means you need to complete tier 7 and win 2 gold trophies in tier 8. So you gotta get through tier 7, which requires PR 53.3 and 75% completion. We'll call wins you additional 1,500 victory points, 15 gold, and 60,000 racing dollars. And that is after completing 34 winning 34 gold trophies. So that's 11 tiers complete, and on tier 12 you have to win a gold trophy. So to get through that, you gotta get past tier 11, which means the PR requirement there is 56.3, and of course 100% completion requires PR 59.5. And if you get 3 upgrades across the board on this car, you actually will end up with a 0.1 PR access point. Like, you will end up with a 59.6, which is fine. 3 upgrades across the board, as always. And in this case, for the cost of, as I said, 250 gold and 1.2 million and change. And if you don't take advantage of that instant service or instant upgrade offer, tier 3 racing dollar upgrade takes 8 hours, so that's like 10.5 hours. So yeah, if you can't take advantage of it, do, so you don't have to wait as long. But anyway, the final 100% completion rewards of course include the car itself, which is worth, as I said, 450 gold, 2,000 victory points, 20 gold, and 80,000 racing dollars. All right, so I've actually completed this series already on my other account, and yeah, took me full 3 hours and then some. Like, final tier, I just didn't bother servicing and just went through, and because I've done a reasonable job with bot training throughout, I was able to complete the final tier, or a couple of final tiers. I think 14 and 15 I may have done it in critical condition. Yeah, doable. So that's the, I guess, little bit of a benefit if you take, bot training strategy. All right, anyway, just to check out what kind of events to expect in this series, I'll use gold and get things completed instantly here. All right. Victory points. As you can see, 3-hour instant service. Right. Let's go to the final tier. We got 4-lapper Cup as Circuit of the Catalunya circuit, Grand Prix circuit, PR 59.5, as you can see, confirmed. And to get there, as I said, you need 3 upgrades across the board, so we'll get the tier 1 upgrades first. And, let's see. PR up to 50.7, look at that. So as I was saying earlier, tier 4 has PR 80.8 as a requirement, so yeah, you cannot get past tier 4 without putting gold upgrades on, unfortunately. But that's to be expected, right? Anyway, tier 1 racing dollar upgrades only does cost you 369,900 racing dollars on this car. All right, so now gold upgrades, right? Tier 2, which is gonna total up, add up to 250. All right, 36 for exhaust, 28 for brakes, and finally tires and wheels. There you go. With the tier 2 upgrades, we're up to PR 55.2. And then tier 3, as I said, if you don't take advantage of the instant upgrade, it'll take you 8 hours. So don't do that. All right, so get the tier 3 upgrades across the board, and you should be at PR 59.6. All right, so there you go. So that's the upgrade scheme, as I've mentioned earlier. Now, if you want to go ahead and meet the PR requirement for bonus series, Modern Classics, basically that series requires PR 62.1. If you like max out engine and body, it gets you up to PR 62. You're 0.1 PR point shy from being able to 100% complete that bonus series, so you have to buy another gold upgrade. So it ends up costing you a total 494 gold, so that is 245 gold in addition to what you would spend to win this car in the first place, right? So, and then basically you have to get all the racing dollar upgrades available in this car, which is basically 561,400 more racing dollars than what you have to spend to complete this limited series to win the car, right? So, so you'll end up with a little bit extra PR. 62.6 is what you're gonna get. So you need to max out engine. It's a better deal because you get 2 upgrades for 1 tier gold upgrade, right? And same for body. So these are the 2 categories where you got the sort of not a dead end upgrade, right? And as I said, land you on 62. How lame is that? We're 0.1 PR point shy. So the next cheapest upgrades. Drivetrain's more pricier than suspension or exhaust. And exhaust and suspension are actually the same price. So you can either go with the suspension for 80 gold or exhaust for 80 gold. Matters not. They're gonna both bring your PR up to exact same number. So exhaust is kind of nice because it deals with, you know, speed elements, right? And that's always nice. Grip is nice, suspension, you know, but I like upgrading more on acceleration and speed. I think that makes game always a bit more exciting. But anyway, so that is, there you have it. Additional 245 gold invested to meet the PR requirement for the bonus series, the cars featured in Modern Classics. And if you want to go ahead and fully upgrade this car, then obviously you have to get the 80 gold suspension upgrade plus 90 gold drivetrain upgrade. So that is 170 gold additional to what we've already spent, which is 495 gold. So that brings your total upgrade cost in terms of gold to fully upgrade up to 665 gold. So that is for this car, I think that's a bit pricey, you know, but as always, if you wait, if you're patient enough, they will offer us what do you call it, the upgrade discount, right? Oh, by the way, this car is currently featured in this week's weekly time trial. Now, if you have the Lotus 360, I got mine fully upgraded, and this week that car's discount offer is cars on discount offer and upgrade 30% off upgrade discount. So if you can afford to upgrade the Lotus, you should be able to land rank B, 100 gold, fairly easily. So, but obviously, if you fully max out this car, you have added advantage. You might be able to land rank A. Who knows? That all depends on how good you are, right? I have seen some guy landing in rank A with the Lotus. So should you go with this one or should you go with Lotus? I don't know. I mean, in my instance, my Lotus is already fully upgraded, so it was just kind of a no-brainer. I didn't want to spend any more gold. And rank B is good enough for me. You know. So, yeah, there you go. So, alright, so that deals with upgrade elements of this car. Let's, for the rest of the video, we'll just run through the series itself, talk about the events you can expect. We got head-to-head at Catalunya National, that's a single lapper. And then we got a drag race at the Red Bull Ring Grand Prix circuit. And Tier 1 Cup is at Melbourne, 2 laps. No PR requirement for Tier 1, of course. And Tier 2, we got Elimination at Suzuka East, Speed Record at Porsche Test Track, long on-road circuit, and I seem to have lost power in my house. Interesting. Alright. Anyway, that's what that beeping noise was. Then on to, well, Tier 2. The Cup is going to take place at Laguna Seca. 2 laps once again. PR 48.6 required there. And Tier 3. We got Speed Snap at Bugatti Circuit. Hunter at Dubai Club. And the Tier 3 Cup is going to be at Monza Road Course. 2 laps with the PR requirement of 49.8. Alright, moving on. Next, Tier 4. We got Endurance at Silverstone Grand Prix, Autocross at Circuit of the Americas National Circuit, and the Cup at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix. And it's going to be a 3-lap cup with a PR 50.8, as we checked out earlier, for that 25% completion. All right, moving on. Tier 2, we got head-to-head. This one at Berlin Circuit. Single lapper again. And another drag race. This one at Suzuka Grand Prix. And the cup for Tier 5 takes place at Daytona Motorcycle Course. And it's going to be a 3-lapper. Rolling start as always at Daytona, with the PR requirement in this case 51.7. Tier 6, we got elimination at Spa, Hunter at Catalunya Grand Prix, and the Cup at Silverstone Grand Prix. 2 laps, PR 52.5 required. And Tier 7, we got Speed Snap at Porsche Test Track Dynamic Circuit, Endurance at Monza Road Course, and a Cup at Nürburgring Grand Prix. It's going to be a 3-lap cup, so decent length, right? PR 53.3 required. So that gets us to Tier 8. We got another drag race. This one at the Brickyard Road Course, head-to-head at Hockenheim Grand Prix, single lapper. So that would be your 50% completion. And moving on, we got a Tier 8 cup at Dubai National, 4 laps, PR 54.1. So no single race is terribly long. It's just that car is not as fast either. So I mean, to be fair, I wasn't just racing the whole 3 hours. I did take some breaks, small breaks, but apparently that was enough to take me over 3 hours to get through this race when I was event when I was doing it on my other account. So well, there's that. Anyway, Tier 9, we got Hunter at Melbourne, Autocross at Berlin, and the Cup at Porsche Test Track Long On-Road Circuit. Another 3-lapper, PR 54.8 required. All right, on to Tier 10. We got Elimination at Mount Panorama, followed by Endurance at the 24-hour circuit, Le Mans, and the Cup at Suzuka Grand Prix. 3 laps with a PR requirement of 55.6. So yeah, 3-lap Grand Prix, Suzuka Grand Prix with this car is gonna, not gonna be short. It's gonna be, it's not gonna be terribly long, but it's not gonna be short either. So each tier is expect to spend about like 10-15 minute range, somewhere around there. Anyway, Tier 11, we got Speed Snap at Spa, Autocross at Catalunya Club, and the Cup at Hockenheim National, 4 laps. And by the way, a good number of night races too, if you're into that. I'm not, but some of you guys might be. PR 56.3 required. And that gets us to the Tier 12, your 75% completion tier. And yeah, just 1 gold trophy here. You can get it from Speed Record and Nürburgring Sprint Circuit. As I said, night race. Hunter at Bugatti Circuit, also night race. Or if you really want to, you can use the Cup. This one at Berlin Circuit, 4 laps, PR 57 required for that one. Continuing on, Tier 13, we got Endurance at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix. Elimination at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix. And the other Endurance is going to be at Circuit of the Americas Club Circuit. And the Cup for Tier 13 is going to be at Spa, 3 laps, PR 57.8 required. So once again, not terribly long, but not short either. See what I mean? Anyway, Tier 14, we got a head-to-head Nürburgring Sprint Circuit. Morning race, not quite the night one, but morning At Nürburgring's pretty dark, right? And then we got autocross at Laguna Seca and the cup at the Brickyard road course. 4 laps, PR 58.6 required, and that takes us to the final tier, tier 15. We got speed record at Daytona Motorcycle Course, Hunter at Hockenheim Short, and the final cup at Catalunya Grand Prix, of course. 4 laps with a PR requirement of 59.5, which once again will cost you 250 gold to meet that PR requirement. Alright, so that will do it for this video, and let's see if I can make some progress in the upcoming videos for this round, because I got a bunch of events that I gotta complete before the round expires, right? So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.